this comb's a detangler, so it gets all the lower fur off. So try to get as much off as possible, because she's got bits coming off from before when she got done. See you, Star. Really good if you want to get rid. Oh, morning, Saturday morning. Sun's gone in. It's going to come out though. It's going to be hot today, like every day. Okay. You want doing that? Star don't like being done, and Kai don't like being done. Black's still got a bit to be done. Bear's been done loads. Oreo's had loads of fur took off. Absolutely ridiculous amount. It looks slim, don't you? Yeah. So we just see. Look, Blackie's got some there needs to take off, and there, and Star needs some taking off. See how it gets right in and it pulls all the lower fur out, which is good. Don't concentrate on just the top. Concentrate lower. The sun's coming out. Look, here it comes. It's only 7:30. So normally, boiling hot, it's like 28-30 degrees normally, about 7:30. Look, Star, you don't like being done, do you? And Kai, you got to be done a little bit. You got some there need taking off. You got bits and bobs. Oreo, my little baby. Oh yeah, I love you too. Oh yeah. See you, Blackie. No, it's all coming off. Look at all this fur. Oh yeah. Bit hard work doing it round the neck, because the round the neck is long fur, so it pulls a little bit snag, so you have to be a little bit careful. We don't really like it, but it's round the neck where a lot needs to come off as well, not just the back end. So she has to... You sort of enjoy it for so long, then they don't enjoy it. Look, you got it all in your mouth, Star. Oh, what are you then? Look, you've got some. Look, all coming off. Look, it's all coming off. Oh, this thick fur there, look, and it, oh, I've got to come off all that lower fur. I'll get it off. Make you feel better. See, Ariane, your fur's starting to come back in places where you were scratching, isn't it? Hmm? Oh, you're enjoying that? See, all the old fur looks brown. Gets smeller, so it needs to be done. We've been doing loads. They've all been having nearly every week they get done. Just as it's just so much fur on them. Brilliant these are. You've got like pins, what are shaped like that, you'll see in a minute, and you've got like, I think there's, I don't know how many's on that, but they're about that far apart, and then the other ones are about this far apart. So you've got two sides to it, and it goes in, it's sort of a bit like one of those, what do you use on people's ears when you go to the barbers or hairdressers, like a thinning, what thins your ear out, what sort of cuts the ear a little bit. It's a bit like one of them, but for dogs. Look how much fur's coming off. Not you and the neck.
Ki teszi bele? Ki teszi bele? Ki teszi bele? Hát dehogy teszi bele senki. Hát össze kell szedni a szét.
Still got loads to come off. I've got loads to come off. She's done a runner actually. She's done a runner there. Blackie, Star. Get her. Get her. What are you looking at around here? What are you looking at? Love it here because it's nice and cool. Bit of gum, little bit of pond liner there. I'm going to keep it because I've got I've got plans for the other house to make a stream. I don't know if to make a stream around the back. It's really cool here, and I mean really cool. No, looking in the garden. Can't go in the garden because the two at the front, the gate's there. The gate's just over there, which you know, where I walk through to the garden. So imagine all these dogs, they're just going to charge that gate to grab hold of the dad. So this is what I'm saying, they had all this to play with. They used to jump in the pond, which I know is not good, but I don't mind. That's why I'm getting the other house, because they've been separated. They haven't got their room like they normally have. Is that any something? Anyway, just a quick. I did a video actually last night, but what I just want to say was yesterday afternoon, about 5 o'clock. The woman come round, scruffy she is, scruffy. She come round with the son, gypsy woman, and Star, we've got to get you cleaned up. We've got to get some of this fur off. You know we have. Sogging your mum's ear for? Yeah, that's your smelly fur. Yeah, nice sneezing. Yeah, do Blackie kitchen. Fekete. Blackie. Kalkish monka. Yeah, said it. Oh, look, Blackie, not young. See you, Kai. See ya. Leave on. See ya. See ya. Ooh, see ya. I love you too. I love you too. See ya. Yeah, that's Star having a play with Bear. Star and Blackie. There, nice. Look, she loves me. Look, he loves me. My mate, aren't you? Oh, Ori, I'll come to you in a minute. Are you into her? You like your belly rub? You like it? Oh, stick it. Oh, Ori, you relax. Have you ever noticed with my dogs, this is what people don't realise, all from the parents at the front, Erdy and Suki, the mum and dad, these are all the dogs. But every single one is not the same, and this is what I'm trying to say. So if you look at Oreo, he's not got what I would call the typical name it German Shepherd face. So look, he's got a lovely face, I love his face. Right? Now he's tall like his dad. Alright, so then you've got Kai, who's got a wolf kind of face, really fluffy on the neck, aren't you? Right, yeah, you're like your dad as well, but you look a bit psycho-wise. And then Oreo's more, you're like a horse, aren't you? And then you've got Star, who's a bit like a twin to Kai. She's really fluffy on the neck. Female. And then you have Bear, who looks overweight, but called him Bear because he's got a sausage roll body. He's always had a thick body, like he's a bit like the Labrador used to have. So look, he's really thick-bodied. Look how thick body he is, and believe me, he can run. So look, now he's different again. You see, it's because they don't always play, because I haven't got really time to play with them like the other dogs in the house. So he's a thick-bodied one. He's thick. And then you have Star, who looks like Kai. Blackie, sort of Star and Blackie are a little bit mixed, like the mum, because the mum's got fluffy neck. Then you have Blackie. Hyena was a nice dog. She was a bit like a mix between, she was like, in fact Hyena was exactly the same as the mum, a mix between these two. So Oreo's been done now. He loves it, but he's had loads of fur off. He has, look, you can actually see, go to see his skin now, whereas you couldn't get to the skin before. Oh, where was I? Yeah, so the woman and the lad come round yesterday about 5 o'clock, and the day before, which would have been Thursday because it's Saturday now, the police phoned my girlfriend up and said, have they apologised? Has the lad apologised to your son? And she went, no. She said, it's a month, like 3 weeks to a month now, isn't it? What's gone since then? About a month. Even though the mum come out of all these threats saying they're going to come round the house and have words with my girlfriend, and she's seen her at school, didn't say, I mean really my girlfriend could have said something to her. Most parents would have actually said something that I would have done. I would have had her. In England you would have just had them, wouldn't you? But we don't deal with things like, in England we deal with things different, We just do collar the parents and schools. They're a bit stupid here, the way the police carry on. The police have got this thing here where what they try and do is try and get the two people who's had a problem, try and get them together. It's like when I punched that car window here, that Jeep, that X5 window here. Put the idea, punched it straight through, clean, straight through, cut all my hand open, punched the rear quarter straight through. No qualm, just jabbed it. Didn't realise how hard it. Obviously I punched it hard, I punched straight through the quarter window. Please, I did him in the police station as well. Whereas in England you wouldn't do it because it could cause more animosity and more problems. So you just don't do it here, they try and push it together. So they come round and she says, oh, I want to apologise, and started saying sorry, and then wanted to see the two boys, their two sons, and they said they were not interested. And then I was on the veranda, you see, and they probably couldn't see me proper, although I do think they knew I was there because that big tree from that Kelly's Gold tree is big now, so it blocks a lot of, from the street down, blocks a lot of the viewing from the street. And I sat there, and obviously my girlfriend came in the house, and from the conversation she was having with the mum, I knew that what she said, that she weren't going to go back out to them. So they're just standing there, thinking that her two boys. Now I said, they're not coming back. I said, do you realise what you could have done? He said, you could have killed her son. I said, you kicked him in his face, in his ribs, in his kidneys, in his legs. I said, he had yellow bruises all over his body, face, ears, round his ears. It turned out there were about 15 of them. Although I said there were more before, there was 15 of them. But what the point is, because they're not going to do anything with the other lads, because they said that he initiated it, which he did. And the funny thing is, this lad, his mate, his mate years ago caused, well 4 years ago, caused a problem with their son before. And I went to the house, same thing, too many of them too many gypsies wanted to get hold of him. So I went to the house, I just went with my shorts on and flip-flops. None of them, they all come out into the garden and didn't say no to me. The parents stayed in the house. And the kids was just saying, oh, so blah, 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 and they didn't want to know. But they didn't mad me off. And I left the house and says to them, but there's other gypsies, our blokes all outside, and I says, any more problems? And I said, I'm going to fucking come in your house. I said, I'm going to sort your mum and dad out. Because my head goes. So it's like it's just a continuous problem. Now, it's what I said to you. It's like, here, it's about 80% gypsy. So it's going to be, the school is practically 99% gypsy. So it's a bit early, so everybody can hear me, so I don't want to raise my voice too much. I think I'm mental. So I had a go at him, and I started getting really mad. But the problem is with me, I get that mad, I started calling the whole of this town, called the whole of the counter, calling all the gypsies, and bear in mind the gypsies coming out of cars and everything who's been at work here, who I know over there, and I'm just going balmer. But then by this time, the woman was just going, agreeing with everything I said. She was going, right, idiot, completely backward. I would say, when I say backward, not backward as in, they're just stupid. They're just stupid. They're not educated. They're really not educated at all. That's the problem. I mean, some of them can't even read and write here, you know. Some of the gypsies who are really low down, they ain't got a clue. You'd never get a job in England. Oh, never. Never get a job in England. That's why you don't get many of them doing that type of work in England. You might get Hungarians, but they're all Hungarian, but you don't get like gypsies doing... You will get some of them who are educated, but out here, especially in Borussia, this is the worst. Some of the older generation, who's like in the 40s now, some of them have had to go to like a little school, which is paid for by the council, and they learn to work for jobs here, for little jobs for the council. They learn how to write and read. It's a fucking joke, isn't it? Because a lot of them didn't really attend school and things like that. And yet my dad, when he was born in 1939, my dad was really, really clever. You know, like where you do, is it division and things like that, where you do really long, like million and thousands, and you do it. And like we can have it in England, where you'll have all your numbers. You know what? I can't remember what you call it. Is it divisions where you put your line like that, then here, then you put your numbers here, and then all them numbers inside, and you have to work it all out, and you end up doing loads like this. My dad could do that with thousands and thousands and thousands with about 2 or 3 lines. He could do it dead quick. And mathematics and things like that, my dad was just so clever. Do it really. My brother was the same. Do it really. Where's our shit? I admit it. I want that good. I always, what I say with me, I could always do it like what I say was adequate for my life. But it wasn't the fact that, the problem was me, I never wanted to learn at school because I found school boring. And I wish I never was like that. So I just, I knew I wanted to be a long distance lorry driver, and I knew what was enough for me to be a long distance lorry driver. So, yeah, of course I can do a lot more mathematics now. I'm intelligent, super intelligent more now. But like my brother could do years ago, he used to be able to do algebra. Fucking don't even ask me all that shit, because I ain't got a clue. He probably couldn't do it now, but he used to be able to do it really well at school. He just called to be, it's just that sort of chomping you could hear, just called to be. Now you see, that ain't very nice, is it? Now you've killed it now, so I can't do anything about it. And now you've ate it. Anyway, they ended up leaving yesterday. So what they'll do is now, they're all going to tell the police that my girlfriend didn't accept the apology. Then the police are going to hear. And then the police are going to say, well, why didn't you accept the apology? But we're not going to accept the apology. This is what I'm saying with the police here. They're stupid. But what I meant to say to you was, I said to the lad yesterday, I said, I know you, don't I? I says, you're one of the lads from the back of the culture house here causing all that shit. He went, the problem with that were not me. And I went, yeah, but it was you. You was with them. You was with that other big gypsy lad. You was with him. You did cause a lot of the problems. And you did say things to me. You was calling me blind. And I said, you ran off when I jumped over the wall. He said, yeah, but I wasn't meaning to do anything. I said, but you did it, so it doesn't make no difference. So I said, that's another problem. So I said, you don't just owe him an apology, you actually owe me an apology. I said, I've had to put up with 6 months of your shit. It's probably longer than that. It's probably been about a year. And now, schools are broke up. They broke up. Mikor is school of Vega. Junius. Yeah, so they finished on 15th of June. 15th of June here, they always finish in June here. They have right till September. They have a long period off in summer. That's what's good about Hungary. The children do get a long time off. That's what they should do in England, but they don't have the same amount of like public holidays and certain holidays where our children in England get like weeks off. Certain weeks they might only get like a day off or 2 days, or don't even get any of the time off we get off in England. So they get a really long summer here, which is good. But I think 6 weeks, I suppose, is enough for any parent in England, isn't it? I don't think you'd want your kids to be off, June, July, August, 3 months. I don't think you'd cope with 3 months in England. Because in England, the problem in England, we all work a lot. So, can you imagine how difficult it would be having your children at home, your teenagers at home, especially if you've got to work. Not everybody works, but here, you see, the biggest problem in Hungary, especially in this kind of area, there's people in every house. You don't get like, where my mum lives, you could get like Saturday and Sunday, the front of the house would be full with cars. Like the area where you drive into the cul-de-sac. The car park would be full. Soon as Monday comes, you know, I could look out my bedroom window at probably around 7:30, empty. The front of the house would be completely empty, no cars. Go into my car park, there'd be just my car there. And that's the difference with here compared to England. We all work, because we've got the work, whereas here, you ain't got the work. A lot of people, you know, like the gypsies and whatever, because here it is percentage gypsy. A lot of them just do street cleaning, and there's a lot who don't want to work. So, and that's why there's always going to be, what happens is, then, like for me, there's this house, nice garden, so everybody looks at it as, they're just jealous. And that's it. So what they do is, instead of coming to me with the problems, the easiest thing is to go to her sons, because they're in the same house. But they also know that I can't do anything. I mean, I told you, I punched that window on that X5. They said to me that I'll be lucky if I get away with not having 2 years prison sentence. I told the solicitor, which I didn't want, the lawyer. I told the detective, I told the policeman who's the one who I said who I know, I told every single one they can fuck off. The officer, I said, I'm British, you can fuck off. I said, at the end of the day, he calls me loads of shit, and I said, you've not even looked at it, the fact that he tried to run me over. I said, he tried to run me over. And I said, you've not even looked at that. That's what done it, he tried to run me over, and as I jumped out of the way, I jumped on Suki, the mum, because I only had the mum then, I jumped on her paw, and she screamed. And as he went past, as I went here, he was here, and then he went to speed off, and as he went to speed off, I just went like that, and it went straight through the quarter window. Didn't realise how hard it hit. But, so what he did, he stopped, just past that church, he stopped up the road, it happened on this street, got out his car, started shouting abuse, so I started walking up to him, and he drove, sped off dead fast, went straight to the police station. Next minute, police come in and arrested me, and obviously, I'd walked home and it was this hand, all my knuckles were cut open, bleeding, so I punched it that hard. Didn't need stitches, but it needed bandaging up. And then the police in handcuffs took me to the local, it's a joke, innit? Yeah, it was carry on as if I killed somebody. Kept me in one handcuff, and they had an handcuff, and took me to the doctors in Mezzachart, where I had to get cleaned up. And the funny thing is, the doctor, he was the head doctor, he was friends with this family, and they were friends with my dad. We used to, because where my granddad lives, the family across the road were like, they used to look after my granddad and whatever, keep an eye on him and that lot. And they're the ones who moved to England, who live around the corner from my mum. So they're all friends with them, and the boyfriend of the girl, the woman who's moved to England, the doctor his mum is with the doctor, a bit confusing. So yeah, known them for years. I've got, in fact, on that video, you'll see, it's on that video what I put on YouTube with my dad and that lot. So he was sort of laughing, but then the point is, because they sort of know what we're like, but don't really know what we're like, sort of thing. And then he says, I don't know whether he said it just for my benefit, but to the police, he says, that's not like you to do things like that. And I thought, well, I said, clearly you don't know what I've been up to in England, and you don't know what I'm like. Because obviously I've only been coming here for holidays, haven't I? Just look at all this fur, quickly. Look, she's just done the other dog, look. Yeah, look. Kai's having his back end done. So if you want something good, don't get a normal top coat what just brushes the top. Depends what sort of dog fur you've got, but like for these we've got a real thick double coat, triple coat or whatever. No, see, don't get jealous of Oreo. Innit? You see, he's still fighting. See, he's gone past it. He's gone past the dominant problem. Oreo don't care no more. He's not interested. Bear, he's not interested. He wants to be dominant. Come on, baby. Yeah, you're everywhere, me, aren't you? You like my shadow, aren't you? Yeah, you like my shadow. Oreo. Here it comes. Look, pissed off. Yeah, some bear loves having his fur done. He just loves to be with people. You can go and do anything to him. I can soak him with the hose pipe and he'll stand there. He loves it. Anything, as long as he can be with you, I don't care. Look, the fur's growing everywhere. Fur's growing everywhere. See how you? Anyway, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Overnight, sun will be out in a bit. It's going to be hot today. Later on. There's Kai. Kai, you've got to be a yo kutcher. You've got to be a good boy. You can't keep getting mad. Keep getting murgash. Whilst you kutcher. You've got to be a yo kutcher. You know? See, clouds have all burnt away now. Look, getting a bit of sun. Oreo's getting a bit of sun. And Blackie's under the swinging chair, and I don't know where the others are.